Well, you know, I had to make a fucking video about this. First of all, I'm a huge Dragon Ball Z fan. Like, I literally was born with it. My mother was a fan before I was. She was watching that shit back in the 90s, and she was still watching that shit when I was in her fucking belly. Like, bro, I literally was born with Dragon Ball Z. Like, I grew up with it, I was born with it, and to this day, I still fucking love it. And to this day, when I go back and rewatch some of the fights, some of the scenes, some of those slice of life scenes, that shit still holds up 23 years later. Like, it's amazing, alright? I love the series so much, but what I loved even more were the games. The games that made you really feel like Goku. You know, the games that really gave you the swagger of being a Super Saiyan Prince and using the Big Bang Attack. You know what I mean? You know, those kind of games were rare, right? They were not really easy to come by. So at first, my dumbass, what did I do? First of all, I had like the DS, right? I had Super Sonic Warriors 2, which was cool. You know, it was like a fighter's game, but old and not balanced. It was pretty cool. You could fly freely, you could shoot stuff, and also there was like a Goku version that had a super big, what is it called in English? Spirit bomb, and it covered the entire stage if you fully charged it. It was a cool game. Then after that, I think I got Budokai 3 for the PS2, which my dumbass thought that was going to be Tenkaichi. But instead, I got Budokai first. I didn't like. I didn't. I liked it. Still, it was a good game. But then a few years later, oh man, I got fucking Budokai Tenkaichi 3 for the Wii. Not only is the game fucking phenomenal as it is, but on the Wii, because you had motion controls, you could literally imitate the motion of doing a Kamehameha and it would get stronger. Like, bro, do you have any idea how many hours I sunk into that game just fucking imitating the attacks to make them strong? Like, bro, that shit, like 10 years ago, I don't even remember how long ago it was, but bro, that was the shit. That was amazing. That was the epitome of being a Dragon Ball Z fan with Dragon Ball Z games. And oh my god, the stories, the what ifs, the GT campaign, the GT characters. They even had fucking Dragon Ball characters, like for original Dragon Ball characters. It was amazing. It was probably my favorite Dragon Ball game of all time. And you know, as we all know now, I'm late to the punch, of course, but we have this now.
We brought some exclusive videos to Battle Hour just for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's
Of
go.
course, I've already seen this like I don't know 70 times already. I don't remember, but bro, this is still unreal. This is still, bro. There's no way. I'm still dreaming. Like, look at the chat. Look at the chat. Everyone is like, oh shit, no way, this is not real. Yo. Man. Man. Bro. Yo. Look at that transition. Look at these graphics. Bro. 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 Let's fucking go. That is beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. That this trailer still has not gotten old. I still love the trailer. Watching this 50-second clip is still my favorite thing now.
Dragon Ball games have been more popular than ever right now. And you guys already know this. Budokai Tenkaichi in the West, sparkling in Japan and Asia. There hasn't been a new installment for
In 15 years. 15 years!
The series is set to return. So who's hyped for this game right now?
Man, like, I don't still believe it. But it is real. It is a thing that's coming. And I don't even know how long it's been. I think it's been since 2018 or 19. that I haven't been looking forward to E3 because I haven't really been giving a shit about anything. But this this announcement, it's going to make me hyped until it comes out because I'm buying this shit day one. I'm probably pre-ordering this shit day one. It all depends, of course. Maybe the hype is talking right now, but as of now, as it stands, this is the game I'm looking forward to the most. Like, there's nothing else that compares. Absolutely, this is the shit for me. I am not going to pay attention to anything else, basically. Like, this is also one of the biggest deals in Dragon Ball history that's not related to the anime or the manga. Like, this thing is probably, like, the biggest thing for people in general. It's amazing. Another thing I would have loved to say is that I am hella worried about DLC characters and shit like that because, you know, back then DLC wasn't a thing. Back then life was more simple. Back then the game came out and it was finished. It was all there. You paid like 60 euros and you got all of it. It was all there. And there was a lot of content. Nowadays, yeah, no. For example, Fighters has individual separate character DLCs. For example, Broly alone costs $5. I don't even want to know how many DLC characters there are in the game because that amounts to a lot. Probably amounts to even more of the original game's base price, you know? So if this game were to come out and it was like 60 to 70 bucks, let's just say that. What about after? Because, you know, I don't think Bandai Namco would pull a Smash Ultimate and just include every single body from the base game of Tenkaichi 3 and then add on to it. I don't think they would do that, like, for technically free. Like, they would definitely probably exploit the DLC shit that's been going on for too long, like decades. So maybe we're not going to be getting a roster as big as Tenkaichi 3, which is going to blow. Like, that's going to suck. But in the off chance, in the slightest 0.0001% chance that they actually love the series, the game, the fans that played it, the fans that have been waiting 15 years for a new game, can you imagine if we actually get every single character that was in 3 back in 4 and then more? Bro, that's just insane to think about. And then, of course, maybe they could reach like a point in Super, like, I don't know, maybe up until the Frieza arc, up until the Universe 6 arc, up until the Tournament of Power arc, I don't know, maybe up until Broly. And then maybe do DLC for stuff like in the manga or other arcs, other things, maybe even heroes. You know, there's a lot of potential for DLC that doesn't even make sense at all, that they could exploit without really ruining the base game. Because I don't really think, like, if you do end up doing Tenkaichi 4 and you're like not including all the characters like 3 did, that's not Tenkaichi 4 anymore, in my opinion, because Tenkaichi 3, one of the things that made it relevant, one of the things that made it super popular was the sheer amount of characters and how much attention to detail each one of them had. And the matchups you could make with them. Like, you could have a Cyberman fight against Majin Vegeta for no reason at all. It was super cool. And it wasn't even supposed to be balanced. It was supposed to be fun. And the game was fun. So I really hope they don't fuck this up. But I guess we just have to wait and see. So yeah, I just want to get a video out about this game because I am super excited about it. I am hopping on the bandwagon of doing videos about it because this is one of the biggest gaming deals of my entire life. This is it. This is where I peak, basically, you know. I only care about very few games this much, and Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi is one of them, for sure. All the other games I can think about is the Smash Ultimate, GTA, and I guess that's it, literally. Like, I don't really care about anything else that much. That's just how it goes, man. I cannot believe this.